everybody, I am the Butcher, and welcome to a game called You Will Not Remain. Now, a buddy of mine suggested to me this game. It is actually free to play on Steam if you want to give this game a shot for yourself. But without further ado, let us jump right into it. This game was made on the land of, don't even know how the hell to pronounce that, Wui Warang people of the Kulin Nation. We pay respects to elder past, present, and emerging. Severity was never ceded. Colonial violence never stopped. You Will Not Remain is a story about isolation that contains dark themes and deals with mental illness issues. These include but are not limited to anxiety, depression, desolation, and suicidal ideation. Ugh. How do you control? Okay, that's awesome. You Will Not Remain is a short game to be played in one sitting. There is no saving. Again, how many more agains will you have? How long have you been here? Does it matter? There's leaves are dropping, you should water it. You fill the watering can and it takes it to the plant. You soak the base, hoping it's both enough and not too much at the same time. You've never been good with plants, and sometimes trying too hard is what kills them. Okay, so anything purple I interact with. Channel after channel of nothing. You still have plenty of grounds and instant where when you're desperate, you haven't even gone through all the apartments on this floor. Making it as much ritual as it is comfort, you cradle the cup in your hands, warmth sleeping into your fingertips. It grows cold as you stare at the sink, the ceiling, the strange shapes of your hands make around the porcelain. You pour it down the sink, wash the cup before putting it away. Maybe tomorrow will be easier. We go outside. Oh, that's kind of cool. Is it getting bigger or was it always that size? If you are pronounced to poetry, you almost say it was beautiful in a fantastic sort of way. But you're not. Haven't been for some time. You've run out of things of pretty metaphors for awful things. There's not too much else to do. You walk circles around the apartment or you can go back to bed. Is that a dog? It's impossible. It's been weeks since you've been stuck here. You would have surely heard it before this. You better go see what it is, just in case. Come on, open the door. You know you can, can't you? Like saying the words will help. That's wrong. Everything is wrong. You don't belong here. You need to get back inside. It's only down the hall. You can do this. Yeah, someone else's apartment, I guess. There's something wrong with this apartment. Is that a dog? But it doesn't look like any dog you've seen before. It's thin, skin stretched, tight across ribs, long body, all bones and hard angles. Do you want to come with me? Why is it a yes? You brace for payment and still feel the drag of its tongue across your chin. It pants happily as it tries to lick every inch of your face. It drops to all fours, looking obediently up at you, tongue rolling out of its mouth, beset by wickedly sharp teeth. Okay. You guys leave. Something is wrong here, a new kind of emptiness. No bed, no chairs, no life. How did the dog get here? When the two of you leave, it will be like nothing has ever been here at all. Dog follows at your heels, nose sniffing furiously at the air. Just a little further. Definitely is a strange looking dog. Animal thing. The dog runs ahead of you, tail wagging so hard it makes a loud thump when it slaps the wall. This is enough excitement for one day. It's time to go to sleep. Bed. Guess you're sleeping with me. Before I do that, I'm going to go back outside. Yeah, I can do nothing out here. You feel back the covers and slide into bed. The dog is warm, sprawling mass above you, content to be pushed around as you make yourself comfortable. When you settle into the sheets, it lays its head across your neck, warm metallic breath lulling you to sleep. I have a feeling the dog is going to eat me or something. Whoa. You're dreaming again. Do you remember being worried about her? Do you remember waiting anxiously at the door? Weird knocking. You remember how the apartment still smelt of her for weeks, the sweetness of her perfume lingering in the sheets. They don't smell like her anymore. What is that? No, you can't do this. Again, if you don't think about it, it's like it never happened. Please, no. Okay, that's certainly one way to be woken up. You can't complain, though, not when it saved you from... Right, you have a dog now, a very strange-looking dog. Water my plant. You water the plant. Has it gotten bigger? It's not dead. Maybe that means something. Try drinking another cup of coffee. You make coffee just like every other morning. You cradle the cup in your hands, staring at its walls in the cage with your fingers around the cup until the liquid cools, just like every other morning. But this time, something is different. The dog is here looking more at home than you've ever felt. The coffee gets cold when you drink it anyway, bitter all the way down. Look, we don't have any neighbors. You get water to fill the bowl with what's in the fridge, patines, sausages, and double toasted bread, and hope it's good enough. When you set it down, the long lunge desperately towards the food. It's eating so fast you can barely see it chew. You better not throw that up. Well, you fed your dog, you might as well feed yourself. You cook whatever you can find, thankful for the electric stovetop. You've eaten from the pan standing over the stove. No one's here to judge you. You've already fed the dog. What do they want? Let me go outside real quick. Yeah, same schmick. It's easier to manage the terror that climbs up to your spine when the dog is so happy to be outside. Where are we going? Hold your horses. Stairs. Oh, that door has a mouth on it. You've never been up here. Must be that on a roof. Oh, that's it's. You worry if you stare too long, you might fall in. The dog stares at you, imploring, and for a moment its eyes flash violet. You know you're imagining things, it's just a dog. Throw the ball, message received. What? Telekinesis. You can almost ignore the lytic glow when you're playing fetch. Forget for a moment that fast, overworlding thing stretching through the sky. The dog doesn't seem worried about it. Ooh, almost a little too far. What time is it? Noon, evening, probably midday. At least one of them, maybe even all of them. I think that's enough for one day. We can come back tomorrow. Someone's in a rush. Didn't take that long to figure out home. The dog looks proud of itself. Okay then. You're so tired. When was the last time your lungs had tasted fresh air? You can't remember. Sorry, I think that's all I've had for today. I guess this is my life now. You crawl into the covers. You still haven't washed them. Not since. The dog lays atop you, heavier than expected, seeing as its skin and bone. It cuddles into you, knife-long teeth. A whisper from your throat. You can feel its heart beat through the blanket. The gentle expanding of its chest. Breathe on your hand. Back in a dream world. You wish this was over. Nothing else I can interact with but the radio. Stay inside. If you don't let them in, they can't get inside. Silence, no sound, no thought. You type in her number into your phone, you know it's off by heart. You know it off by heart. The sound of the buttons are a familiar melody. It rings out. You try again and again and again. Nothing. Miles and miles of nothing. Maybe she's fine, you tried to convince yourself. She has to be inside, maybe already downstairs, just in time. And we are awake again. Okay, I'm up. What of a plant? When you touch soil, it's bone dry. It seems like it's always thirsty. It needs so deep it couldn't be sank by an ocean. You used to know something about need. Now you won't let yourself remember what it means to need anything, let alone want it. Daily routine, play it. Coffee. First things first, coffee. You make it, hold the cup until the liquid cools. You look down at it. Foreign in your unfamiliar hands, you pour it down the sink. You win some, you lose some. And away to the dog. You're slowly getting used to living with the dog. How long has it been now? You can't remember. You should probably name them. Fido. What's your name? You can't keep calling them dog after all. That's very helpful. How about Rex? Marble. Nope. Marble sink. Definitely not like that. Gas stove. Okay. Shank. Guess your name is Shank. Lamb Shank. Lamb Shank. Really? Alright. You're the boss. The newly named Lamb Shank looks absurdly pleased with himself. Fine. Go check outside. Saying Schmidt. Nothing's changed. Do. And now we follow the dog back towards the stairs. Mouth door. Back to the roof. Yep, back to the roof. Nothing has changed. The sky is... It's there. Don't think about it. Throw the ball. I can definitely see how this would be... How long has it been since you became stuck here? I can definitely see the themes of depression, anxiety, and things like that. A lot of people struggle with these and they don't really enjoy talking about it, but I can definitely see how this could relate to it. Someone could tell you it had been weeks, months, or years and you believe them. It's not like you can see the sun anymore. Sometimes you forget what other people look like. The way their skin feels, how the muscles in their back stiff when you hold them. Just the thought of touching someone makes your skin crawl. You feel claustrophobic and desperate at the same time. Wrong. That's enough. Time to go back. Oop. Do a little jig. Yeah. For the longest time, I used to battle with anxiety and depression for the longest time, and I had battled with it for years, and years, and it was always an interesting thing because people would always tell me to get over it. It was just a phase, and it actually wasn't. I've experienced a lot of things that are traumatic in my life, and this would basically what I'm doing right now would be my whole daily routine. Like I would get up and I would do the repetitive same things over and over again. And like it was always daily chore to, take a shower, get something to eat, drink something. I mostly just wanted to sleep all day. And for the longest time that's what I did until my mental and physical health started to deteriorate. You should eat something. Maybe you shouldn't. You only ate 5 minutes ago, right? See, that's another thing. Like, you would think you'd be hungry, but then your brain plays tricks on you, and you don't know when the last time you ate was, and it's weird. Do you think I should eat lamb shank? Okay, good call. You cook a meal, whatever you can find, and eat it over the stovetop. I'm coming. Bed. You and lamb shank are used to this dance by now. You settle in together and drift to sleep. You do anything to wake up, but that isn't how it works. Don't look at the sky. The sky, what's wrong with the sky? What could have possibly happened to the sky? It's how. It hurts to look at it. It's wrong, not made for this world, but somehow captivating all the same. But why? Maybe you're imagining things. You must be. This isn't real. This can't be real. A fever dream, surely. If you go back inside, the world will return to normal. It has to. She'll come home and everything will be the way it is. See, I'm getting the feeling that this is like after a breakup or someone he cared about died. So now he's falling into a deep stage of anxiety and depression where he doesn't want to let anybody in or do anything. And I know that feeling. This is perfect sublush announcement. The voice is robotic, clinical, and detached, while the world forever changes. Do not let anyone in that comes from outside for the safety of yourself and others. I repeat, do not let anyone in from outside. No, our homes are safe as long as we are in them. Do not let anyone in that returns from the outside. I repeat, people from the outside are displaying signs. And I am awake. Predictable. Plant. You take care of the plant. You don't feel like you're there when you water it. Your hands are familiar, your body unfamiliar, your mind alien even after all this time. Coffee. You used to go to bed excited for your morning coffee. Now it's just another thing to do. True. I can't go outside, so TV. You used to wonder when the power would turn off. You don't wonder about much of anything anymore. It's time to feed lamb shank. See, that's why a lot of people need emotional support animals for depression, anxiety like that, because it helps you get a different routine going, which could possibly pull you out of your depression funk stage, which is what I've done a lot. Lamb shank likes it on the balcony. You don't. Something about him shifts under the Linux sky, pushing to be free. He looks hungrier out here, more alien. Creepy. Lamb shank has decided it's time for a fetch. To the roof. Sometimes you think about going outside and being done with it all. Finished. Huh? But you have Lampshank. You walk down the stairs and pry the boarded doors open, fingernails catching on wood and nails as you claw yourself out. No, you'll stay here. However long it is. See, that's another thing. Most people that actually suffer from depression actually have, how can I word this properly? Certain tendencies and thoughts about not wanting to remain anymore. And it's not because that they want to do that. It's their depression has gotten so bad that they don't feel like they belong anywhere now. And they don't feel like they make anyone happy, and they feel like taking themselves out of it will actually make things better. But that's actually not true. Taking yourself out of a picture such as life wouldn't make anything better. It actually make a lot of people upset, miserable, and sad. It's time to go back, Lampshank. So if you are, having any problems like this, depression, anything like that, don't feel, bad to reach out to anybody or talk to somebody, because we all deal with problems. We all go through things in life. And a lot of those problems we can't deal with on our own. So don't ever feel bad about reaching out to somebody. Just ask for help, because there's nothing wrong with help. That's weird. You hear something. Hello? Is anyone there? No, you're imagining things. It's not possible. It can't be. Are you? Lampshank's eyes are wide, body trembling above yours, scared. You've never seen him like this before. Did the radio frighten him? Everything feels so fuzzy. You pat Lampshank, running fingers down his spine, each vertebrae sharp against them. You're so tired. What should you do? This is a public service announcement. The people from outside are marked. They can only get in if you let them in. We cannot stress this enough. Do not let her in. She will hurt you. Oh, okay, I get it. I get it now. So, it seems like he has gone through a rough breakup, and now his whole mind and everything is telling him two different sides. One is to let her in so he can try to be happy again, but the other side is telling him, don't let her back in. We repeat, they will hurt you. You're at the door, unable to open it, heart beating so hard that you can taste the blood in the back of your throat. You want to let her in, you do, but nothing feels real. Everything feels real. You try to move to open the door, but your body isn't responding. It's like watching someone else. You're no longer there. Like you're watching yourself, like someone else would watch you. Hey, please, I'm so scared. So are you. White noise. White? You don't think you could let her in even if you wanted to. Not safe. The screaming stars. Screaming stars, you are brittle, and this is what breaks you. I'm up, Lampshank, I'm up. Is anything real? Oh, what's this? Is anything real? Oh, crap, here we go. Is anything real? You watered a plant just in case. Is anything real? Real or not, you need to feed Lampshank. You fill up the food bowl. Talking. Is anything real? Lampshank howls. Is anything real? Now we're falling into a repetitive pattern. See, now it's falling into a constant repetitive pattern where he's questioning if anything is real at all. And that's actually how depression and anxiety can actually make you feel. It can actually make you question reality. which actually isn't uncommon for people who struggle with depression. If this is real, does it mean anything? And what's worse, that this isn't real, or that this is and means nothing at all. You can't remember what she looked like, how she smelled. Can't recall how she fit in within these spaces. Time to go, Shank. It's just... battling with depression is definitely an interesting thing to deal with. Like, you have to force yourself to get up and do things. Not a chance. See, like, you have to force yourself to get up, cook, clean, and do all kinds of other things. Like, you have to force yourself to do it. And the only thing you really want to do is just fall asleep and hope that everything bad that's happened is nothing more than a dream. You pull back the covers to get into bed, you're already half asleep. Attention, citizens. Oh, crap. Attention, citizens. The city has fallen. That's enough, Lamshank. In the coming months, we'll be evacuating any remaining survivors. Lamshank, we might be able to leave. Make sure to keep your radio on to receive pick up coordinates. Animals have been... Lamshank, what's wrong? Lamshank looks nervously around the room and flinches at the sound of the radio. We will tell you when it's safe to leave. Okay, let's go to bed. Everything is going to be okay. You get under the covers. For the first time, Lamshank doesn't join you. Anything but this. I'm actually getting goosebumps from this. You can't open it. You turn your back against the door, then slide down until you're a pile on the floor. We repeat, do not let anything in. The screaming continues on, and on. Time passing, it stops and starts. The radio cracking in and out for life. Her scream is softening, please, getting weaker as the days stretch into each other. 2 weeks later, the radio goes quiet. So does she. Are you alone? White noise, nothing but the ringing in your head. Somehow the silence is worse than the screaming. Green thumb. Achievement unlocked. Green thumb. You wake slowly. You're used to Lamshank acting as an alarm, all wagging tail and doggy kisses. He was across the room staring at the balcony at the door to the sky above. Your dreams always return to her, though each time the memory gets fuzzier, worn by time. Was she even marked? You'll never know. You wanted a plant. Something burns in your chest, but you choke it down. Without you, the plant would die. No, you can't. Your stomach keeps turning over and over like something is trying to escape alive. You leave with the cup strangely lonely when filled to the brim. Caffeine addiction. You fill the bowl, but Lamshank doesn't come running. Lamshank, food time. He ignores you. Come on, you need to eat. We're leaving today. Remember, citizens, we have cleared the way. The pickup zone it's time to go. Oh, that's weird. Lamshank didn't come out with me this time. You'll never see this place again. Is that a good thing? What does leaving this place mean? What does the world look like on the outside? These walls outside the city. Do you still belong out there? With people in their soft skin, soft hands, soft hearts? Will they now be as alien to you as the sky? Can't go that way. There it is. The door. Come on, Lamshank. was a time where slowly, one by one, people left. There were no boards, just a closed door, and the world outside growing further and further away. You didn't see them often. The few that remained with you, but you could hear them, human sounds that hummed in the background when you least expected. You pulled down one of the boards. Hush, Lamshank. The noise had been comforting. You weren't alone, but they didn't last forever, and over time faded into nothing. They must have left, taking their chances in the city falling around them. Anything better than staying here or being inside, trapped like a rat in a cage. Every day played out again and again and again until you pulled out a second board. Lamshank, that's enough. You never yelled at your Lamshank before. Shame blooms deep in the pit of your stomach, but you can't look at him. You know that you see the fear and desperation in eyes you'll never leave. I wonder. Something has me curious. I am curious about something. Well, can't go back in the apartment. Stairs. There's that door. Can't go to the roof. Okay. Just making sure I don't miss any secrets or anything. But getting over the battle with depression, it definitely takes time and it takes patience, because it's just not something that you can just immediately just turn off. It's something you have to learn how to cope with time. You pull down the final board. A beginning and an end, you'd think. You've been the one to put them here, a reminder to never leave as the city's siren song promised an escape. You lay your hands on the door, palm against the cool, thick wood. Lamshank, you're ready. He's trembling uncontrollably, eyes darting around the room so fast they roll into the back of his head. You pull a key from your pocket, fit it into the lock, turn the handle. Lamshank lashes forward, closing teeth on your sleeve. With a vicious yank, he pulls you backwards away from the door. Fuck. Lamshank, what's going on? Every inch of his stretched skin looks like it's ready to fight, lips peeled back from inch-long teeth as saliva drips from the maw, gaping and possibly open wide enough to swallow someone whole. Knock, knock. No. It can't. I have a feeling the dog is going too full-fledged, just rip me to pieces. Better not. Escape artist. Can't even get out if I wanted to. Inside, you're inside again. What happened? Lamshank runs to his abandoned food, leftovers that you've served, still there, silent. Did it get to you? Did everyone else hear the radio? Bello is lured to the door. Lamshank happily devours the food, ghostly tongue scraping the dregs from the bottom of the bowl. He jumps to the spot, looking absurdly proud of himself. Really, I meant it. What's your horses? Can you just go back to this in between life, fetch, and consume coffee? Is it really that easy? Check the radio. Nothing tonight, or maybe tomorrow, or maybe a week from now. You'll throw the radio from the rooftop. Lamshank was right to be afraid. Nothing. You're not sure what you expected. Outside. Nothing changed. There's the mouth door. Going back to the roof. My nose is itchy. You've gotten used to the violet light beating down from above. The creature seems satisfied, if such a thing is possible. It's not rolling in the clouds, instead breathing slowly around the tips of the skyscrapers. The longest, softest breath you'll ever feel it vibrate through your bones. Is this it? Is this everything? This is where you must remain. Achievement log. Essential fetch. Well, guys, this has definitely been a whoa. That's creepy looking. It's definitely been an interesting game to play. It definitely dives into what can be perceived as depression and anxiety. You know, not wanting to do anything, have to force yourself to get up out of bed, not wanting to let anybody into your life, wanting to leave, but something constantly pulls you back into it. And it's definitely an interesting game to play. If you guys want to play this game for yourself, give it a try to see if you can get a different ending, because I don't know if there's different endings or if it's just that one. Go ahead and check it out on Steam. The game on Steam is called You Will Not Remain. It's actually free to play. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Until next time, I'm the Butcher. Peace.